Привет. Мы продолжаем проходить The Talos Principle 2. Сейчас только проверю, что есть звук. Звук есть. А мы летим в мегаструктуру.
All right, here we go again.
Our main objective is to determine the relationship between the megastructure and Athena. Did she find it? Did she build it? Why was she here in the first place? Explore, dig up anything you can. We need to start finding answers.
I can't imagine one person building all this.
Don't forget about Miranda. There were at least 2 of them.
I can't imagine 100 people building this.
All right, everyone. Have a look around, but stay in touch and be careful.
1K, can you stay a moment? I'd like to talk to you. I know you can't wait to start exploring, but just hear me out, okay?
Не могу понять, у него глаза отличаются от обычных. Мне кажется, да.
I'm concerned. Byron is brilliant, but all he can think about is the possibility of finding Athena. She was his mentor, and her disappearance shattered him. I'm afraid he's not seeing the dangers of the megastructure. To me, this place seems chaotic, dysfunctional. Yes, it's all very impressive, but I think it's broken. And what we're seeing is, it's nonsense, frankly. You've interacted with it more than anyone. What do you think? I don't see it. Or at least I'm not convinced that the pattern is meaningful. Maybe I'm wrong, but please, be careful.
Интересно, они говорят о том, сколько людей построили эту мегаструктуру, но если у них там есть эта интересная технология, которая что угодно строит за мгновение из каких-то непонятных частиц, то эта вся мегаструктура может быть из этих частиц построена. Может, это не так сложно, как кажется, учитывая, что тут законы физики уже свои. Но я еще не убираю полностью вариант, что, может быть, у нас есть тысячи андроидов, о которых мы не знали.
I'm headed deeper into the megastructure. Not quite sure where I am. Seem to be right in the middle of the machinery.
Please, watch yourself, Byron.
This is incredible. I don't even know how to describe what I'm seeing. I don't think this is a building. I think this is a machine.
Что ты имеешь в виду? Два пути. Там дверь какая-то, которая похожа на дверь, чтобы пройти дальше. Думаю, стоит сначала сюда сходить. Солнце. Эффекты. Непонятно, о каких эффектах речь.
Why don't you just tell people that they're wrong? If you tell them the truth, they'll listen.
It's not that simple. Straton wrote that the most common error we commit is to think that ideas determine reality, when in fact the opposite is true. Ideas follow from material conditions. Belief systems are formed to explain and justify the way we live. We did not have kings because we believed in the mandate of heaven. We believed in the mandate of heaven because we lived in monarchies.
But we have free will.
Oh, free will isn't the same as freedom, Miranda. We're not free from the constraints of reality or history. I was shaped by the simulation. New Jerusalem is shaped by its limitations.
So, what? We're just trapped? History can only go one way?
Maybe, maybe not. The question is, how do we free ourselves? How do we build a world where our ideas do shape reality? That's why we came here.
Корнелий? Разве я его не видел в Новом Иерусалиме?
I knew it! Athena's here. She built this.
That other voice. Was that Cornelius?
It definitely sounded like him.
Come to think of it, he went on a research expedition around the time Athena vanished. He was gone for years. People thought he'd died.
And all this time, he knew where she was?
We should talk to him.
We will, when we get back. But right now, we have to focus on finding Athena. We are so close.
Интересно, они вот обо всем делятся здесь в исследованиях, в на этих форумах, социальная сеть. Ну а теперь они не поделятся тем, что они узнали про Корнелия. Окей, прохода нет. Как-то трубы, мне кажется, немного выделяются из общего интерьера. Куда все остальные пошли, если тут один путь, все, одна дорога? Да и та закрыта была, пока я не взаимодействовал с терминалом. Только Алькатрас меня, значит, отвлек, и я всех потерял. Там все вверх ногами. Похоже, нас наконец-то ждет механика гравитации. А может, прямо сейчас. О, да.
Are those surfaces magnetic?
No, it's anti-gravity. Yakut was right. I should have known.
Интересно, как понять только, где настоящая... Куда направлена настоящая гравитация. Пока ты на стене.
I'm over here. Hold on. I'll open that door for you.
чему это было? Куда он убежал-то?
Same pattern as before. 3 beams, 3 receivers.
I guess we know what to do.
Be careful. The sheer amount of power running through this place.
I'll take care of this puzzle. You do the other two, okay?
Ты будешь за меня решать?
This is kind of fun. Maybe Alexandra Drennan was right. Play is part of what makes us human.
Ты уже решил, что ли? Спидранер.
Got it.
Может, тебе надо было все пазлы решать? Что ты такой быстрый?
Melville, is there anything in the system that could tell us where Athena is?
I don't know. Someone's logged into the system. But when I try to access that information, it all glitches out.
Да, удачи дорогу в таком месте найти. Не понимаю, что от меня хотят. Там пазл, похоже, а здесь путь в никуда. Хочу, блин, узнать, что у него там заголовка такая была, что он ее за 5 секунд решил. Ну, возможно, вот такая. Так, а мне отсюда больше некуда сходить. Интересно, что вот эти все тетрамино загадки можно решить вообще даже не переключая выбранную тетраминошку. Просто добавлять их прям в порядке, как они слева сверху появляются. А вы чё, не сохранили мне прогресс? Можно вот так сделать. Странно. Тут в голову сломаешь.
Not to alarm anyone, but I think the ground is shaking.
According to the system, whole parts of the interior are moving around. Like it's rearranging itself.
I think that's what happened last time. When I took the elevator, the platform where I got out just moved away.
Ну что, тут рогалик намечается? Что? А, тут зеленый. Упс. Редкий зеленый источник. Ага, теперь, значит, меня никто не пропускает вперед. Походу, Байрон так сильно хочет найти тут Афину, что позабыл о правилах этой игры. Позабыл о том, кто тут протагонист, в конце концов. Не совсем понял, как вот этот тетрамино работало, почему они иногда направлялись вниз, а потом не вниз. Ага, вот так дальше мог. А тут так уже не получится. Тут уже надо чуть-чуть хотя бы подумать. Интересно, что я до сих пор ни одной пасхалки не видел в этой игре, кроме как в обучении. Неужели они так сильно забили на пасхалки, или просто я плохо ищу? Или просто они так сильно спрятали, что никто не найдет никогда? Так, вы можете, конечно, мне предлагать идти туда, но я хочу посмотреть, что тут Байрон прятал. А мне не дадут. Серьезно? Капец, ну так нечестно.
This is fascinating. They were
Страшная
both
музыка.
here, Athena and Cornelius. They had a plan. I found a file that. I can't.
Byron's trapped in the overload. He's failing to disconnect.
The whole system's going haywire.
1K, get out of there! Everyone back to the VTOL!
Ай-яй. А вот и замес пошел.
We have to go. Now, 1K, get moving!
We can't just leave Byron behind.
Yeah, Coot, we have no idea where he is or what's happening to him. But right now, if we stay here, we could all die.
The system's going completely bananas. Energy spikes everywhere.
We'll come back for Byron, I promise.
What have you done, you fools? Mortals are not meant to tread these halls. Why will you not heed my warnings? I am not trying to harm you, creatures of clay. All I wish is to protect you and the rest of your kind. What more must I do to make you understand? If you cannot be reasoned with, I must bar your path.
Move, 1K, move!
These energy emissions are messing with the VTOL systems. Okay, I think I've got it working. Get here quickly, 1K.
Get in!
А чё, паникуйте? Все? Спокойно. Интересно. У Мелвилля глаза опять горят. И у него горят. Или это только в темноте происходит? Но мне кажется, это происходило и без темноты. У всех горят глаза.
Get us out of here, Yakut.
Okay, we're out. Now what?
Looks like the southern sites are active. The readings are strangely jumbled, though.
Should I set us down?
Yes, but just to drop off Melville.
What?
We're going back to New Jerusalem. This situation has gotten out of control. We need to regroup. Rushing in blindly isn't going to save Byron. But we also need someone to stay here and keep an eye on things. Melville, that's you.
All right. I'll see if I can make any sense of these systems while you're gone.
Just keep a safe distance, okay?
Will do.
Good. Well, 1K, I guess it's time for you and me to take a nap.
Do
Do not lose hope, my child. In these difficult moments, find solace in your friends and in the home that you share.
Here we are. Got an update from Melville. The power spikes are continuing, but no news from Byron.
All right. Thank you, Yakut. You get the VTOL ready for the next trip. I'll talk to the mayor. 1K, please head over to the Museum of the Simulation and talk to Cornelius. Let's see what he has to say for himself.
Да, даже не знаю, с чего начать комментировать это все, что произошло.
The world is full of suffering. Every living organism suffers. Animals kill other animals to eat. And it always ends with death, torn apart or wasting away. This is what surrounds us. This is what's happening outside those walls, every hour of every day. It's our ethical responsibility as sentient beings to lessen suffering. That's what it means to be human. To understand that it is your duty to transform this world into something better. That's what the founder meant when she said that we can turn the world into a work of art. Despite what happened to him, Byron was right. We have to keep going.
This is blasphemy. Byron was punished for failing the founder's trials, and you want us to dig deeper? Just because you can't accept that suffering is natural and necessary?
Please, everyone, stop using the public frequency. If you want to argue, use your interface or speak in person.
Я согласен с Талом. Все правильно сказал, чё. Интересно, у нас Байрон пропал, поэтому теперь пасмурно и грустненько вместо солнечной погоды. Интересно, в чем была проблема с Байроном? Он просто не такой стойкий, как я? Или проблема была в том терминале, если бы я туда коснулся? То тоже бы меня... Какая-то другая версия той же мелодии. Я не знаю, даже есть ли мне смысл снова тут все обходить. Вот тут, например, в прошлый раз закрыто вообще было.
Attention all citizens. The Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction Exhibition is now open to visitors. However, please note that due to an unauthorized strike, public transport will be temporarily unavailable. May the founder be with you.
Забастовка. Ну, что-то поменялось. Значит, возможно, стоит еще раз весь город обойти. А вот моя ачивка — целиком исследовать Новый Иерусалим.
Welcome to the Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction Exhibition. Oh, it's you, 1K. Please tell me, you were there when everything went sideways. Do you think Byron will be all right? That sounds dangerous. Make sure you find him and pull him out. He is a menace, but we need him. But anyway, you've come to take a well-deserved break from your expedition. So let's talk about something else. Gehenna was a place in the simulation. A prison where Elohim exiled the minds that didn't fit his plans. In time, the prison became a community with a culture of its own. In the very last moments of the simulation, Elohim realized what he'd done and sent his messenger Uriel to free the prisoners. They were uploaded to the gold disc, and their legacy is part of all of us. Text adventures were one of the few art forms available to the people of Gehenna. By continuing to work in that medium, we keep their memory alive. I don't think the role of the artist should be reduced to any single social function. The artist isn't an educator or a moralist. Art isn't about teaching us lessons or imparting values. Nor do I think it's simply self-expression. The best art reaches out beyond the self, into something ineffable. The creative impulse can't really be quantified or predicted. That's why artistic freedom is so profoundly essential. Without the freedom to shock, to offend, to transgress, art becomes stagnant.
Так. То есть это все новое. Текстовые адвенчуры, которые придумали новое Иерусалимяне. Ну, заценим. Ой-ой-ой. Это опять, наверное, из-за... Все, закончился симулятор своё. Это есть плохая концовка. Опять, походу, из-за TA очень плохо выглядят экраны. Окей, тут можно бесконечно так делать. Но у моего оппонента одни и те же доводы всегда. У меня намного больше. Может быть, тут можно персонажа просто другого выбрать и будет что-то другое? Ладно, похоже, нет. Небольшой, значит, 4-местный диван. А это все похоже отсылки на приключения Джеффа Голдблюма из Гиены. Кажется, там была книга или типа того. О. Что это было? Сломалась моя история, похоже. все варианты, конечно. Я убил волшебника и позвал за собой поэта. О нет, я не спас волшебника, и поэтому... Я не сразу понял, о чем речь, но это просто... как это сказать? Это метафора, и... Под Атлантидой подразумевается гиена. И квест Уриэля. Теперь мне придется спидранить текстовую адвенчуру. Ну, много чего не получил от этого, но у меня есть чувство завершенности. Интересно, появилось ли что-нибудь в местах, где я уже бывал в прошлый раз, которые не были закрыты? Нет, со мной никто не хочет говорить. Вот это такое чувство, что все ложь. И ты ложь, Фекла.
Founder bless you, 1K. Now is the time of our great testing. The deceiver Byron has been slain, and we must turn away from the path of sin or suffer the same fate. Because the values he teaches are evil. He wants to violate the earth with human filth, blacken the skies, and kill the oceans. The tools of the sinner cannot be used to raise the sinner's palace. Never forget that, 1K.
Интересно, что, кстати, что даже не дает выбора согласиться с ней. Нужно либо мягко отказаться, либо сказать ей, что она тупая.
Hi.
Hello again, 1K. These are strange days we're living through, aren't they? It seems to me that we're slowly remembering the lessons Alexandra Drennan tried to teach us. Trying to actually live up to the legacy of our ancestors. It's hard to believe things might really change, isn't it? But perhaps they will this time. I think it would make her very, very sad. The same thing she'd do with any technology. Discover how it works and apply that knowledge for the common good. She worked to the very last moment of her life to ensure that we had free will. I don't think she would tell us anything. Have a nice day.
Что только что было с меткой квеста? Где там мужик, который любовь искал? Как твои поиски?
1K, you're back. Let's not talk about me. Let's talk about that replication technology you found. You have to get hold of it, 1K. You have to. If you don't, I think I'm gonna die of loneliness. And I think this whole city's gonna slowly suffocate. I mean, do you really think the founder would have designed such a large city if she intended for us to stop at 1,000 inhabitants? That's not even enough to fill a village.
Ну, я не стал бы ни один из этих вариантов отвечать, но выбора мне не дают.
I don't know how much longer I can go on feeling like this.
Good luck, 1K.
Сейчас сидит, смотрит. Опа.
Oh, 1K, what are you doing here?
А вот здесь темно, и глаза у нее не светятся.
Ah, I assume it has something to do with your expedition? I must admit I haven't been following the news. Sorry, been a little lost lately. No, not really. When you asked me what I would do now that my job is redundant, I don't know, I guess I hadn't thought about it. I had just focused on getting there. And after you left, it all just rushed over me.
Ну, я не стал бы ни один из этих вариантов отвечать, но...
'When you asked me what I would do now that my job is redundant, I don't know, I guess I hadn't thought about it. I had just focused on getting there. And after you left, it all just rushed over me. The truth is, I don't know who I am without this. Creating new life, guiding people into existence, that's who I am. More importantly, I think that's who I want to be. And if we stop growing, that's the one thing I can't be anymore. That's why I wanted to talk to Cornelius. He was there at the beginning. He knows where we came from. I thought he might help me understand where I could go next.
Ну... Я не знаю, мне кажется, очень у нее специфичная цель в жизни. Плохо бы и новую найти себе.
I hope you're right. It's hard to imagine right now. I liked who I was. Now, you said you were looking for Cornelius? Oh, that's... well, I suppose it shouldn't really come as a surprise. They were very close, you know. After she disappeared, he went away for a long time. On a research expedition, he said. To be honest, everyone assumed he was working out his grief over being left behind. Many of the first companions were deeply shocked by her decision, particularly Byron. That's the thing. I wanted to talk to him about my future, but he wasn't responding to my messages. So I came here to talk to him, and he seems to have vanished. No. The truth is that for the longest time, he barely left the museum. He was always at his terminal, working day and night. I asked him what he was doing once, and he said he was saving the past. I did, on my way here. And I messaged most of his other friends. He doesn't seem to be anywhere in the city at all. I suppose so. It seems a little unethical, but then... it is just his work terminal, right? Good luck with everything, 1K. And thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
Что-то мутят воду.
Dude, you're back from the island.
Oh.
I'm so glad you're okay, dude. Especially after what happened to Byron. Lately, a lot of folks have been saying maybe that Byron dude is right after all. Like, maybe to really be excellent to each other, we have to build something new and bodacious. Don't know what'll happen now that he's had that bogus accident. Yeah, I come here all the time. He's a wise dude. I've asked him a lot of dumb questions, and he's always taken the time to answer them.
Опять этот проект Нейма. Похоже, что... Кто прячется? Афина? Кто-то прячется за всеми золотыми загадками?
So this is what Cornelius was working on? Strange. It looks a bit like the blueprints for the Somnodrome, but no, it's not quite that. Is he trying to isolate something in the buffer? Maybe Melville can make sense of it, but I think this might be a dead end.
I need to finish up with the mayor. You can head back to the VTOL whenever you're ready. I'll meet you there. No rush, though.
В смысле тупик? Все ясно сказано, нам нужно золотые загадки все решить. И откроется великая правда.
Hello.
Hello, new one. Are you browsing or buying? The kind that trades in hopes and dreams. Yours for the right price. Is there something your heart desires?
Саундтрек из Undertale.
I've uploaded my most popular items to your interface. Does anything there spark your imagination? Oh, you don't have any credits yet. Well, let me extend you some credit. Ka-ching! 55 credits. Just make sure you spend them with me. They're not worth much anywhere else. Now, what was it you wanted? For 20 credits, I can peer into your future and tell you what I see. Let me consult the algorithms. Oh dear. I'm afraid you're going to change the world. You will have a choice, but whatever you do, New Jerusalem will never be the same again. I'm sorry it's not better news. Best not to worry about it, dear. You just do your best to have fun in the meantime. So, something else perhaps? That one comes with the following disclaimer. Internal monologue was discontinued as a default feature in new builds. Constant self-commentary is not recommended for all customers. But I can switch yours on for 10 credits if you're sure you want it.
Мне страшно. Ну ладно.
As you wish. I'm uploading the new settings now. Do you hear anything?
Why is she staring at me? I don't hear anything. Not sure this is working. Wait, no. This is new. I didn't used to think in words like this. It's like there's this little translator turning all my thoughts into some kind of ongoing narrative. It's kind of relentless. How do you make it stop? Do I just not think? I'll try that. Is it working? No! Still describing everything in words. This is starting to be...
A bit overwhelming, isn't it? I turned mine off long ago, but some of the older folk learned to live with it. Sure you want it?
Мне интересно, что было, если бы я... Я не верю, что мне разрешат это оставить как есть. Я бы хотел сохраниться и попробовать просто посмотреть, как это будет выглядеть.
That's fortunate. Because we couldn't pull that thing out of you without taking half of you with it. It'll mostly run in the background. Just don't think about it too hard.
Wait, is this internal monologue me? Or some kind of virus? Am I a life form which learned to describe itself? Or a parasite which survives by providing a narrative service to its host? Hold on, she's going to say something else.
So, something else perhaps? A very popular choice. Enhanced sensory perception lets you distinguish sounds, shapes, and colors at greater distance. It's 10 credits. Okay, I'm updating your settings now. And hey presto, superhuman senses. Does the air taste fresher? Do you hear the birds chirping outside the door? And beyond that, the river bubbling through the dam. Nothing as in you're not impressed by the stat gains, or nothing as in I've accidentally erased your entire sensory system. Okay, phew. I'll let you into a secret. You and I don't have fleshy appendages like our ancestors. What we can sense is mostly a function of where we direct our attention. Anyway, I hope you find something worth paying attention to. So, something else perhaps?
Что-то меня кинули на деньги.
I can give you that for free. My darling, you've been alive all of 5 minutes. This is your clean start. Be who you want to be. Enjoy yourself. So, something else perhaps?
Что она хакер какой-то, учитывая все, что она сделала мне.
Woo. Inner peace doesn't come cheap. Come back when you've got 1,000 credits. So, something else perhaps? For 20 credits, I can peer into your future and tell you what I see. What a shame. I don't think you've got enough credits for that. So, something else perhaps?
Где мне кредиты достать? Косарь на спокойствие духа.
Before you go, do you have a moment to participate in some customer feedback? Are you satisfied with what I've given you? Yes, you understand. Words manifest the reality they describe. When you name something, you create it. Our minds are algorithms, and the right sequence of language can change our underlying code. With that in mind, I hope you have a good day. Please come back if you need anything else.
What an unusual person. I wonder if that internal monologue thing I bought is going to show up again. Oh, wait, here it is.
Окей. Это шутка, но это,
Good to see you, 1K.
что называется, реальный
Founder's
кек.
blessings.
1K,
Oh.
welcome back to the city. As you can tell, your discoveries have had quite the impact. I decided to take a stand. It started with our cats. Damien and I have had a lot of them over the decades, and I've watched every last one of them grow old and die. And that got me thinking about our responsibilities towards other life forms. What's life to most living creatures? Fear, hunger, pain, and in the end, death. Involuntary cessation of existence. That's horrifying, 1K, horrifying. And we are the only ones who can make it better. If suffering is evil, and it is, then our responsibility is to lessen it, not only in ourselves, but everywhere. I don't think we can eliminate it, but we can lessen it, and we have to. In a way, yes. I don't think it's our exclusive purpose, but it's a role that falls to any sentient species capable of developing science and technology.
Ну, я скорее согласен, чем нет.
Do that. It's more than most people do. But that might be changing.
I'd have found to be with you.
We must listen to the wisdom of the ancient writers, or we will fail the Founder's trial. The megastructure must be rejected. You are the Founder's chosen, but you are in grave danger of going astray. Heed my words, 1K. If you fail this trial, a year from now, New Jerusalem will lie in ruins. Anyone can see the truth if they are willing to open their eyes. Have you not read the books of our ancestors? In every one of them, the same story is told, again and again, that the pursuit of knowledge can only lead to death and grief. That is what all the great ancient visionaries foresaw. Listen to their warnings. Seek happiness in tranquility and avoid ambition. The very idea of a better future is what's rotten. That is what the ancients were trying to tell us. All the problems of the world come from those who think the world needs to be improved. Yes, progress is a fantasy. Things never truly change. All we can do is prevent our hubris from making things worse.
Да. Мужичок потерял всю надежду. Пустите. О, у вас тут собрание. Еще раз, кто тут Джереми модер соцсетей? Или нет? Там был один, который модер, один был, который со мной. А, вот, это он Джереми, а модером кто-то другой был. Что-то я их путаю. Где это было? Здесь? 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 Нет, вот Джереми модерировал. Там Дэмин еще был, вот. Окей, Джереми, то есть модератор, и он политик у нас. И со мной что-то пытался заигрывать. Так, вот новые соцсети, что-то посты. Все, уже с Байроном прощаются.
Attending today are advisors from engineering, the archive scholars, and Helga.
Yes, don't mind me. I'm just an admirer of governmental transparency.
Yes, well. While the mayor is briefed by Alcatraz, he's asked us to review recent events. Byron's loss has unsettled us all. It may be too dangerous to allow this expedition to continue.
I agree. We cannot be guided by fear. We must do what's right.
Let's not forget the dam's falling apart. We can't depend on hydro forever. With just a fraction of the power that island can generate, we could grow this city into a planetary society.
Or, quite possibly, destroy ourselves in the process.
Wise words from one so young. Yet I submit that island holds secrets far more valuable than mere energy generation.
What could be more important?
The Somnodrome, of course. If we could find a working model, it would herald a sea change in our moral and self-understanding. The question of how we should build New Jerusalem would simply be moot.
The Somnodrome was supposed to let us interact with our own subconscious code. It's a cool idea, but it wouldn't necessarily solve all our problems.
My own studies prove that we operate on an intrinsic moral logic. It's what makes us human. But our access to it is only indirect. Our ancestors created art, philosophy, and parable to help bridge that gap. The Somnodrome would help us to cut out the middleman and ask the source directly. We would finally have an answer to the great moral questions.
So, it's a newfangled way to make the same old mistake of judging who's good and who's bad.
We're fortunate 1K preserved the Somnodrome for our study. Initial data suggests it was a prototype with substantial design flaws. But there may be a working device elsewhere on the island.
Then the question is, what would 1K do if they found it?
Yes, our wisdom will be essential in unraveling its secrets.
You're not the only people who can read a line of code, Rand.
You all sound so sure of what's best for this city. Do you ever think you might be so busy changing the world for the better, you'll forget how to see that it's perfect already?
So clearly there are different perspectives in the room. The only way we are going to move forward is if the team gets back out there. 1K, I believe Alcatraz is waiting for you at the VTOL. We'll be keeping an eye on your stream from here.
Mer.
What can I do for you, 1K? I agree. We can't just leave one of our most important citizens in that death trap. They all sound very promising, of course. Apparently, it's possible to just magic things into existence now. But what is the cost, 1K? There's always a cost. It's always a pleasure to speak to a citizen.
What did the mayor say?
I convinced him that we need to keep going until we found Byron.
Did he want us to leave him behind?
No, he's just concerned for our safety. And he's right to be. But we're going back anyway.
Great trials lie ahead of you, my child. But your choices will determine the future.
Откуда Элохим все это знает?
Melville, are you receiving?
Yep. Welcome back to the mysterious island, everyone.
How's the situation?
Whatever Byron did seems to have sent the whole system into some kind of lockdown. I can't access any of the terminals, although I suspect 1K still could.
Why would that be the case?
When 1K connected to the data stream, the system assigned him a user profile. The rest of us are locked out, which means I'll need your help, 1K, because a lot of stuff doesn't seem to be working.
Okay. Check it out and see what you can fix. But please remember, what matters most is finding Byron.
Вот так, мне нужно решать 3 мира с мыслью о том, что бедный Байрон где-то сидит отключенный, или еще хуже. А где Мелвиль-то, если она говорила, что помощь ей нужна? Тоже не важно. Окей, мы отправимся на юг, что я не ожидал. Сразу все 3 мира доступны. Юг — это, по идее, то, что Миранда и Афина заполнили жизнью как-то сами. До этого там были только бактерии, или о чем-то таком они говорили? Сейчас узнаем.
1K, I'm sending you a little software upgrade I put together that should allow you to detect which files will lead to a data stream overload. Unfortunately, I'm not doing this to help you avoid them. In fact, I'm going to need you to search for more. I'm sorry about that. But if we're going to unlock all the systems that aren't responding, you'll have to connect to the data stream, possibly more than once. It's the only way for me to get access.
Оу. Так, все-таки на юге была пустыня. Почему-то я думал, что на западе.
All right, 1K. In this area, there seems to be a problem with the machine that makes the tetromino bridges. That means you can solve the puzzles, but you can't activate the tower. Look for a lab that lets you connect to the data stream.
I already found it. I'll send you the coordinates.
Вау. Видок, конечно, что надо. Мне кажется, это уже мой любимый мир из всех, что я видел в этой игре. Любимая локация, я не знаю, привык с первой части называть их мирами. Вот это вот лаба. Так быстро нашел. Ты тут уже. Это Алькатрас. И у него светятся глаза.
Mesmerizing. That's how it lures you in, I think. You see all these beautiful things and your imagination starts working overtime. And the puzzles, the towers, the mysterious apparitions, it all draws you further in, deeper into the trap. What if that's the whole point of this place? What if every time you have one of those visions, another little bit of you is corrupted, overwritten with the hubris of this place? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to suggest you were, whatever it is I'm trying to say. I guess I'm just disappointed in myself. Byron needs me. You all need me to do my job, and I can't even use a terminal. If this is all really the work of the founder, I don't know, maybe she lost her way. Or maybe we're just not ready. But once we find Byron, I suggest we get the hell out of here and never come back.
Не согласен с тобой. Снова антигравитация. Мы такое уже видали. Не удивили. Там было куча ошибок 5358. Пять три пять восемь.
Our ancestors kept telling themselves that the brevity of their lives didn't matter. But they had so little time to ever really think about anything. I've spent several human lifetimes studying this mystery, and only now am I beginning to see. The simulation was built on top of material reality, unable to escape its constraints. In the same way, physics as we understand it, even quantum physics, is built on top of a deeper reality. A set of rules that define existence itself. There is a universal language of creation, and I think we can learn it.
The language of creation. What were they doing here? And how far did they get?
I can't answer that, but I think I fixed the tetromino bridge, machine, ring thing. I say I think because it's not in the schematics. And what I'm doing is hack work at best. Try it and see if it works.
Интересно, у Миранды идея надеяться просто, что все получится. Странный коридор. Блин, как же мне нравится эта локация. Прям хотелось бы в таком месте оказаться в реальности. Ты что тут стоишь? Окей, он запаговался. Я думал, это... Я думал, это сюжетная важная сцена, но... Нет. Похоже, просто баг в игре. Выглядит очень крипово. Я думаю, здесь остановлю стрим. Получился таким, скорее, нарративным. Я хочу оставить целиком эту локацию на другой стрим. Кажется, эта музыка уже играла, не могу вспомнить где. В Новом Иерусалиме? Или в первых локациях? Или около мегаструктуры, где-то из этих мест. Ну, я помню, потому что она мне напоминает о музыке из первой части. Все, спасибо, если кто-то здесь будет смотреть. Всем удачи.